Hello everyone, Tallara here. Welcome back to Dragon Age Inquisition, and welcome back to Haven. After our adventures in the swamp, we are returning to report in and check up on everybody. I'm really hoping that Cullen has those watchtowers built for us, but we'll see here momentarily once we summon the War Council. What's up, guys? Working hard or hardly working? Let's find out. Alright, build watchtowers. Report is ready. Commander Cullen, with the watchtowers built, we've had advanced warning of demon and bandit attacks. The area is safer for both refugees and the farmers who had fled the nearby fields. Much appreciated, sir. It's good to note that the Inquisition is willing to put in the time to help these people. From Corporal Vale. Perfect. So, now that we have that done, if we go back to the hinterlands and report in, we might actually be able to secure some horses for the Inquisition, because that is what the farmer promised us if we got those towers built. So that's good. Before we do that, let's just check out all of these other things we have on the map. There's a ton here. We've got the Bog Unicorn. Interesting. We've received an offer of assistance. I'm unnerved, but not opposed. It's not the first strange promise we've received, and likely will not be the last. An elegantly written note follows. The Inquisition has need, and we would provide. We have in our possession a mount of noble spirit, fallen in battle against rage, returned to life by the boundless urge to run and serve a worthy cause and noble master. Prove what your followers already believe, that your reach is beyond this realm, that even the forces of the Fade are your ally, that death is no barrier to victory. Interesting. Okay. So now we have to choose who we want to use. I think I'm going to use Liliana. I just like using Liliana, honestly. Alright, and apparently picking Liliana was the right choice, because the creature has arrived, and it is just as unnerving as expected. We just received a Bog Unicorn mount. Very cool. We will have to check that out. Next up, we have secure a route through the Frostbacks. Inquisitor, we explored the fallow mire after you cleared the place out. I've stumbled on an old road that leads west to the Frostbacks. If it's cleaned up, you could use it to shave weeks off a journey through the mountains. I'd rather be wet than freezing. From Scout Harding. Okay. I think I like Josephine's choice here. Merchants would give a great deal for this route. They'd reward us handsomely for the location of the road. I feel like the Inquisition probably really needs finances at this point.
Let us begin.
I'm gonna put Josephine on that, and she can work with the merchants to get some trade routes set up. That'll take us 15 minutes to complete. Moving on to gather coin. Up until now, Inquisition forces have had the benefit of the Chantry's deep coffers. Now the Inquisition is forced to seek out its own sources of revenue if it is going to grow further. See? That's why I set up the road for the merchants. Trade in and out of Haven is limited at this point, but there are various opportunities to earn coin, provided the Inquisition is willing to focus its efforts on the matter. Cullen says, we have soldiers, let them protect caravans and do other honest work for coin.
All right.
Checks out. Let's do that. Took those two missions going, and now we also have this one up here. Address a nobleman's concerns. Herald, your Inquisition says it's for order against chaos, reason, and darkness. If you stand by this, come forth and drive the heretics from my lands. They claim to be refugees, but I've seen elves and apostates among them. Filthy savages tearing at our roots. Our monarch refuses to send forth armies, and my own knights were decimated at the conclave. I require your aid to return peace to my lands. Prove your loyalty, and I will see you rightly rewarded for your faith. Praise the light, Lord Kildarn of Ferelden. Well, Lord Kildarn seems like a gem. I wanted to say a different word there, but I decided to censor myself. Liliana says, we can take advantage of his raving. My spies can harass the refugees into moving somewhere else to win Lord Kildarn's favor. May as well. We won't harm the refugees and get his favor, and they can move somewhere else.
Let's see what we have.
Alright, so we've got all our counselors put to work, doing their thing, and we are going to go back to the hinterlands to report in to the farmer, the guy with all the horses. I can't remember his name, sorry buddy, but I'll find out momentarily. So, back to the hinterlands. Here we are back at the lovely Redcliffe Farms. It's actually really nice here. I don't even say that ironically. I really like it here. The beautiful trees, and we had some nice horse races. Now we can check in here and let him know that the watchtowers have been built.
If those refugees are going to defend themselves, they'll need real defenses. I've got a few ideas.
I've built the watchtowers.
I've built watchtowers in the areas you recommended.
Nicely done. That'll give both your refugees and our farmers some warning next time trouble pays a visit. I'll speak to the master and have weapons sent to your people at the crossroads.
Awesome. Woohoo! So not only are we getting horses, we're also getting weapons for the refugees. So that's extra good. That's a little cherry on top. Let's go talk to the head guy now. I'll know that we did all his task. Master Dennett, that's your name, yeah.
Watchtowers will keep my farmers and your refugees a lot safer. I've sent supplies to the crossroads. You've held up your end of our bargain, Inquisition. You'll have my whole stable and good hands to go with it.
Wow, awesome. Will you join the Inquisition?
You sent your stable hands and your horses to the Inquisition. What about you?
Well, you've cleaned up the area, and I can't say I'm not tempted. Still, it feels wrong to abandon my land to go play horsemaster again.
Cassandra?
Are you Andrastian? This is a matter of faith. The Maker would want the best to join us.
I've heard some things about you lot. Can't say I'm not interested in what it all means. All right, Inquisition. I'll look to your horses myself. Never let it be said that Redcliffe gave less than the best. Just let me settle matters here and say goodbye to my wife. I'll meet you at Haven.
You're not gonna bring your wife? I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm very happy to have your expertise in the Inquisition, but you're just gonna leave your wife? Sorry, ma'am, I didn't think he was just gonna leave you. Anyway, that's great news. We got horses for the Inquisition, we got weapons for the refugees. We're really making a name for ourselves. I love it. While I do still have some things to do in the hinterlands, a few of the quests are like level 10 to 12. Oops, sorry, I did not mean to do that. A few of the quests are like in the 10 to 12 range. I'm only level 8 at the moment. So I think I'm just gonna wait till I'm a higher level, then we'll come back to the hinterlands and do just a big excursion and finish everything up at the one time. So for now, let's actually go back to Haven and we'll pick another quest.
For she who trusts in the Maker, fire is her water.
Researcher Menave wishes to verify that the infections have decreased in number.
Yes.
Thank you for your help.
Has anyone dared ask? No, I do not think. Ah, Mistress Adar. May I have a word?
Hi, sure. I was just here turning in some research, but we can chat while I'm here.
What did you need?
Well, as you are, Talvishos, people have asked. You grew up outside the Canary homeland, but there is no easy way to ask your thoughts on the Qun.
What do you know about it?
Have you studied the Qun?
It is a decided gap in my education. I know the Qun is a philosophy, a set of laws, a legislative guide, and a social architecture governing the Qunari. Those who appeared at court, however, insisted the Qun is too complex for an outsider.
I mean, maybe it is.
They grew up living the Qun. What could we know?
I should like to be given the opportunity. Do you believe in any of the Qun's philosophies?
They're not very mage-friendly.
I've met mages living under the Qun. Believe it or not, they trust magic even less than the Chantry.
Which indicates you have no reason to join them, and yet people ask how a Qunari could be Andraste's herald. It worries them if they believe it, and angers them if they do not. Convincing them of your good intentions will be tasking.
Good luck endorsing me.
Maybe they'd go easier on the Qunari Herald if they knew of my winsome smile.
I'll be sure to add a postscript to my letters. Strangely, your mercenary work is not so inflammatory. People are fabricating extravagant tales of your heroics.
They can't beat reality.
They don't know how we held Kelgor's Pass, or tricked an army into surrendering at Valfalaise. These people don't know the half of what I've done.
I noticed. Leliana found a letter from the captain of your last company. He had nothing but praise for your skill in battle, but doesn't mention what part you played.
Tully complimented me?
Captain Tully praised me? William Ironass Tully?
That's quite the moniker. But yes, your captain went so far as to say he'd have lost entire battles without you.
Wow. But he underpaid me.
That miser deducted 5 gold from my pay the day I left.
Whatever for.
Poor morale.
Well, your captain still held your skills in high regard, especially after your last engagement.
Cool. I really like this dialogue. Not only are we getting some unique dialogue for being a Kunari about the Kun, but now we're actually sort of given the opportunity to craft our own backstory. Like, what was our last engagement? Did we lead an ambush? Did we blow up a bridge? Did we get the enemy to surrender? Did we command a squad? I'm gonna say I led an ambush.
Our employer wanted the head of a bandit chief plaguing her land. The captain asked me to deliver. We waited 20 hours in freezing rain before the chief rode by, but he never saw it coming.
20 hours? At least the conclusion was satisfactory. I hope life in Haven doesn't bore you compared to such exploits.
We get an opportunity to flirt. I'll say it's the nicest home I've had.
Clean sheets, warm food, sturdy walls. I even have a cot instead of a bedroll. Compared to life on the road, this place is luxury.
I would never have described it that way. I mean, I'm glad you've acclimatized to this place, Harold. Truly.
Cool. That was really, really nice dialogue. I'm glad I stopped in to turn in my research and chat with Josephine. There we go. Now we'll head back to summon the War Council. Hello, hello, everybody. Ooh, we have a new Inquisition perk. There's just so many choices. Let's try a connections one today. What about... oh my goodness, there's so many options. Let's do Sterling Reputation. Thanks to a few well-placed acquaintances and a carefully crafted reputation, merchants will pay the Inquisition 10% more for items sold to them. All about that money! Alright. Now, we got a few tasks to turn in. No, that's still in progress, sorry. So this one's done. Secure a route through the Frostbacks. Inquisitor. The traders of Ferelden drive almost as hard a bargain as the merchant princes in Antiva, but I managed to negotiate a fair price for the location of the road from the Followmire, from Ambassador Montilier. We got an enhanced belt of the Winter Pact. Very cool. These two are still in progress, but we can send her out on her new mission now that she's available. So let's click on the Tairn of Highever. To whom it concerns, the Tairner of Highever wishes to convey our deepest sympathies on the death of Divine Justinia V. The Most Holy was incomparable in her wisdom and dedication to peace, and we had high hopes that her conclave would succeed. We will hold a vigil in Highever in remembrance of Justinia and cordially invite the Inquisition to attend. Oh, this is the perfect, mission for Josephine. We should send a diplomatic attaché and some of the Templars who knew the Divine. Great idea. Alright, so they're off doing their things. We're actually going to come over to the Orlais side of the map, which is where our next main quest is. That is, of course, to address the Chantry in Val Royeaux. The remaining Chantry clerics have declared the Inquisition heretical. Attempts to gather allies against the breach have been rebuffed, and at this moment we could not step foot into the capital without being attacked by a mob or arrested. Lovely. We must convince the Chantry to permit us entry into the city so we can show them the Herald of Andraste is not the monster they believe. Recommended levels 4 to 7. We are level 8, so we are more than good to go. And we're gonna go try to talk to the Chantry in the capital city of Orlais, Val Royeaux. Should be exciting.
Having the Herald address the clerics is not a terrible idea.
You can't be serious.
Mother Giselle isn't wrong. At the moment, the Chantry's only strength is that they are united in opinion.
And we should ignore the danger to the Herald.
Let's ask her.
I mean, this may not actually help.
I'm more concerned this won't actually solve any problems.
I agree. It just lends credence to the idea that we should care what the Chantry says.
I will go with her. Mother Giselle said she could provide us names. Use them.
But why? This is nothing but a...
What choice do we have, Liliana? Right now, we can't approach anyone for help with the breach. Use what influence we have to call the clerics together. Once they are ready, we will see this through.
Okay, so we're going to talk to the potentially sympathetic clerics first that Mother Giselle has highlighted for us, which makes way more sense than just going right into the Lion's Den. The remaining Chantry cleric... Oh, this is the exact same thing. Okay. Confirm operation.
The city still mourns.
Just a guess, Seeker, but I think they all know who we are.
Your skills of observation never fail to impress me, Varric.
My Lady Herald.
You're one of Leliana's people. What have you found?
The Chantry Mothers await you, but so do a great many Templars.
There are Templars here?
People seem to think the Templars will protect them from the Inquisition. They're gathering on the other side of the market. I think that's where the Templars intend to meet you.
Only one thing to do, then.
Alright.
Wish to protect the people? From us?
Protect them from me, probably.
Protect them from the blasphemous Herald of Andraste, I'd say.
The Kunari
Surely
Apostate.
they cannot think such a thing.
Why not? They wouldn't be the only ones.
You think the Order's return to the fold, maybe? To deal with us upstarts?
I know Lord Seeker Lucius. I can't imagine him coming to the Chantry's defense. Not after all that's occurred. Return to Haven. Someone will need to inform them if we are delayed.
As you say, my lady.
Well, this should certainly be interesting, but here we are in Val Royeaux, the capital of Orlais, one of the most powerful centers, really, in all of Thedas. We've heard so much. This is where the seat of the Chantry is. I'm very excited to be here and get to experience it for the first time. And speaking of Val Royeaux, it just popped up that we actually have a codex entry about it. So let's do a little reading. Not there. Val Royeaux. Val Royeaux. Any resident of Royan will say it is the greatest city in the world. Many take such pride for arrogance, but they do so through smiles as they nod in agreement, for such is the cost of doing business in the capital. Val Royeaux is in every way a world leader, in commerce, culture, and its own exaggerated beauty. The site was founded during Evrion's grand unification, the result of a mix of influences not so much balanced as driven together. And while such an amalgamation would be cause for chaos elsewhere, the prosperity of the region has enabled an upward spiral of indulgence. The capital has endured the ages to become a beacon of civilization, and its citizens the measure of modernity. Oh my god, I cannot pronounce that word. Talk about a tongue twister. Just ask them how to pronounce it, okay? An element of Val Royeaux is notoriously risque, and it exists harmoniously besides the aristocracy and the palace bureaucrats. Indeed, the aristocracy tends to indulge in the city's darker side quite frequently, if discreetly, and that only adds to the mystique. Nobility elsewhere tend to be much more conservative and concerned about their reputation, even if a trip into the capital to indulge a few private pleasures is not completely out of the question. In Val Royeaux, transgressions are suffered and forgiven with flamboyant urgency. That is not to say the city is without lasting scandal or hardship, but one must squint past the gilding to be allowed even a glimpse, as Royans are very careful about the face they present. Such it is with the masks of nobility and the underbelly of their streets. So we learned quite a bit about Orlesian culture through Liliana, because her background was in Val Royeaux. She talked about the grand game that the nobles play. It's basically just like political chess that's constantly going on here. People are trying to find out each other's secrets and betrayals and backstabbings, and it's just a web of intricacies, I suppose you could say. So here we are. We got lots of nice statues here, as well as something to read. The avenue of her reflective thought. Our Lady and the actors of her rise and fall. Her message and visage are worth repeating. Mafrith's remorse, beneath, scratched by a vandal, at meeting a low door frame. Mafrith's blood guilt, and his head suddenly weighs too much. Mafrith's regret about his unfortunate hair. And unrelated headache. That's funny. The avenue of her reflective thought. The avenue is inspirational, but wise travelers do not linger in their respects. Not just because the bazaar awaits, but because the area before the back-turned statues is treacherous. Local legend has it that the child empress Amy abused the opportunity of religious repose to relieve herself beneath the gaze of Our Lady. Wow. Unable to discipline the toddling leader, her attendants instead chastised the statues and had them turned in supposed embarrassment. True or not, foolish youths dare each other to soil the spot in similar fashion, and a place of otherwise reverent thought always carries a faint odor about it. Well, that's some interesting backstory about this alley. And why all the statues are looking away. Very funny. Okay. Here we come into the bazaar. Which is beautiful. I love all of the color.
Stand wary, guardsman. The Inquisition is here, along with the Herald of Andraste.
Yeah, that's me. And guess what? I'm way taller than you, even with your stupid helmet on.
Let her pass. The Inquisition is the Templars' problem, and they'll fix it.
Careful who you talk to, man. Horned thing. What does this say? She of the highwaymen repents. Gallows master, hold thy hand, hold it back a while. Callous juror, let me stand, let me bear a smile. For comes my brother distant, for comes my savior soon. I stand here most insistent, I will receive my boon. Fellow soldier, hold thy voice, hold it if you may. Fallow shoulders, show my choice, I am in your sway. For know my crime was cruel, and all my pain deserved. I stand here as a fool, despite my brother served. Mother dearest, look away, look into the sun. Others nearest gone astray, you will be undone. For no more will I prattle, and no more will I pray. Here you must the rattle, as life will fly away. Wow. It's a pretty intricate poem to be literally stapled onto the gallows here. Now, what is this big... Oh, look who it is.
This Inquisition is heresy. You will not look on my doubt.
I actually thought that was the Chancellor that we hated, but that's a different Chancellor who still hates us, so anyway. What's going on over here? Quite the crowd.
Good people of Val Royal, hear me. Together, we mourn our divine. Her naive and beautiful heart silenced by treachery. You wonder what will become of her murderer. Well, wonder no more.
What's that supposed to mean?
Behold, the so-called Herald of Andraste, claiming to rise where our beloved fell. We say this is a false prophet, a wicked Kunari sent to subvert the Maker's word.
Alright, stop this, right now.
Enough! I will not listen to these self-serving lies. We came here to talk.
It's true. The Inquisition seeks only to end this madness before it is too late.
It is already too late.
Oh, great.
The Templars have returned to the Chantry. They will face this Inquisition, and the people will be safe once more.
Oh! Oh my god, what? They just punched that
yourself.
poor mother in the face. What? How dare you? I didn't like her by any means. She was literally racist and hated me. But that was pretty rude.
What's the meaning of this?
Her claim to authority is an insult, much like your own.
Lord Seeker Lucius, it's imperative that we speak with...
You will not address me.
Lord Seeker?
Creating a heretical movement. Raising up a puppet as Andraste's prophet. You should be ashamed. You should all be ashamed. The Templars failed no one when they left the Chantry to purge the mages. You are the ones who have failed. You who'd leash our righteous swords with doubt and fear. If you came to appeal to the Chantry, you are too late. The only destiny here that demands respect is mine.
Wow. I don't even know what to say right now. The Templars have completely gone rogue. They're punching Chantry members in the face and saying that they are above them. Why are you here then?
If you're not here to help the Chantry, then you just came to make speeches.
I came to see what frightens old women so, and to laugh.
This guy is a real
But Lord
treat.
Seeker, what if she really was sent by the Maker? What if...
You are called to a higher purpose. Do not question.
I will make the Templar Order a power that stands alone against the Void. We deserve recognition. Independence.
This
You
is
have
new.
shown me nothing.
The Templar
Inquisition,
independence movement?
Less than nothing.
Things are really spiraling out of
Templars.
control.
Val Royo is unworthy of our protection.
But can you believe the Templars are saying that? I feel like 10 years ago they could have never imagined saying that.
Charming fellow, isn't he?
Very charming.
Has Lord Seeker Lucius gone mad?
It seems like it. How well do you know him?
Do you know him very well?
He took over the Seekers of Truth 2 years ago, after Lord Seeker Lambert's death. He was always a decent man, never given to ambition and grandstanding. This is very bizarre.
All I saw there was ambition and grandstanding. So much for Templar help, I guess.
Doesn't look like we'll be getting the Templars to help us after all.
I wouldn't write them off so quickly. There must be those in the Order who see what he's become. Either way, we should first return to Haven and inform the others.
Well, this was the most useless trip ever. Everyone's afraid of us. The Templars have gone rogue. That poor lady got punched in the face. Can we talk to her?
This victory must please you greatly, Seeker Cassandra.
We came here seeking only to speak with the mothers. This is not our doing, but yours.
And you had no part in forcing our hand? Do not delude yourself. Now we have been shown up by our own Templars, in front of everyone.
Yeah, that was rather
And my
embarrassing.
fellow clerics have scattered to the wind along with their convictions. Just tell me one thing. If you do not believe you are the Maker's chosen, then what are you?
Someone who can help.
Someone who can help close the breach and end this madness.
That is more comforting than you might imagine.
Really?
I suppose it is out of our hands now. We shall all see what the Maker plans in the days to come.
What do you believe about me?
You're obviously skeptical. What do you believe I am?
Our divine, Her Holiness is dead. I have seen evidence for everything, except what would comfort me.
That doesn't answer my question.
For you to be true, a great many things must be false. And if you are false, a great many things must have failed. There is chaos ahead, whatever your intentions.
Sounds true to me. Lots of chaos. What is the Chantry going to do now?
So what happens now? Will the Chantry continue to denounce me?
We have already done so. And what good has it done us? Now it falls on us to select a new divine, if we can, and leave the next step to her.
Provided such a selection is even possible.
I truly don't know. Any revered mother who could have followed Justinia died at the Conclave. What becomes of us, and your Inquisition, is in the Maker's hands now.
Where have the Templars gone?
Where is the Lord Seeker taking the Templars?
I can't begin to guess the Lord Seeker's mind. He could not have abandoned his intended role more completely.
There must be sense to what we can't see.
Must there? Rebellion seems popular in certain quarters, doesn't it, Seeker? Is crafting the Templars into a new power really any worse than declaring a rival to the Chantry itself?
Well, A, we're not trying to be a rival to the Chantry. We're just trying to be our own thing because the Chantry won't do anything. And B, the Templars are abandoning their duty, their role, their purpose, and becoming something new, which, yeah, no, I think A is worse than B, but anyway. How many Templars have rebelled?
How many Templars turned on the Chantry exactly?
They rebelled across Thedas. Some remained loyal, but not enough to call them the Order. The White Spire here in the capital was the largest garrison, but now it stands empty. Perhaps more shall flock to the Lord Seeker's banner now. How far has faith waned, I wonder?
I mean, he just punched you in the face, so I have to think his faith has waned quite a bit. You could still help us.
It's not too late. The Chantry could still help us and come out on top.
If only that were true.
What's to stop you from trying?
We are not looking for a winning horse. We are simply trying to do the right thing.
Interesting. Well, as I was saying, coming here basically solved nothing. We aren't getting any support from the Chantry, we aren't quelling anybody's fears. Everything is in upheaval, and yeah, we're just gonna have to go back to Haven and try to regroup, I think. And chat with some of the locals along the way. Belle here is a very fancy outfit.
Excuse me, but is what they're saying real? The Inquisition's going to fix the hole in the sky?
That's the plan.
I'm going to give it a try, at least.
No one is doing anything. The Chantry's useless, and the Templars... Andraste. I never thought they'd abandon us. Listen, your camp will need food. I have contacts.
Wow.
We'll have deliveries there in days.
That's so nice of you, random well-dressed lady.
Never been part of something this big before, but if your Inquisition's going to seal the sky, I want to help.
Alright, go to Haven.
Head to Haven, then. We need good people.
I don't know if I'm that, but it will be nice to see. Thank you.
Well, maybe this trip wasn't a bust after all. There's a few sympathetic people to our cause. What was that?
An arrow with a message?
What the hell? Favors for friends. A message is attached, written in a large flowing hand and bordered with doodles. People say you're special. I want to help, and I can bring everyone. There's a baddie in Val Royeaux. I hear he wants to hurt you. Have a search for the red things in the market, the docks, and round the cafe, and maybe you'll meet him first. Bring swords. Friends of Red Jenny. A poor drawing of the locations in the market is attached. Well, that's one way to deliver a message. Okay, looking for red things. On it. Hi, stupid mustache guy. Got anything else to say to me?
My maker, know my heart. Take from me a life of sorrow. Comfort is only yours to give. Oh, maker, where is the comfort? Have you come to scavenge now that the divine lies cold? Whisper your cune against the chant.
Alright, let's be racist.
My emptiness will not be borne by you. Maker, show me the light.
Goodbye. Shave your mustache.
I believe that
You are the Herald of Andraste, are you not? I have an invitation for you.
For me? Invitation from First Enchanter Vivian. You're cordially invited to attend my salon held at the Chateau of Duke Bastien de Ghislaine. Yours, Vivian Defer, First Enchanter of Montesimard, Enchanter to the High Imperial Court. Interesting. Okay. She will be interesting to meet. She might be able to help us out. Keep that in mind.
If I might have a moment of your time.
Grand Enchanter Fiona?
Leader of the Mage Rebellion.
Oh!
Is it not dangerous for you
You're
to be
just
here?
here?
I
Yeah.
heard of this gathering, and I wanted to see the fabled Herald of Andraste with my own eyes. If it's help with the breach you seek, perhaps you should look among your fellow mages.
You weren't at the conclave?
I'm surprised the leader of the mages wasn't at the conclave.
Yes. You were supposed to be, and yet somehow you avoided death.
As did the Lord Seeker, you'll note. Both of us sent negotiators in our stead in case it was a trap. I won't pretend I'm not glad to live. I lost many dear friends that day. It disgusts me to think the Templars will get away with it. I'm hoping you won't let them.
You think the Templars did it?
So you think the Templars are responsible?
Why wouldn't she?
Lucius hardly seems broken up over his losses, if he's concerned about them at all. You heard him. You think he wouldn't happily kill the Divine to turn people against us?
Honestly?
So yes.
Yeah, you're probably right.
I think he did it. More than I think you did it, at any rate.
The Templars will literally do anything to put a stop to the mages. They don't care, which is crazy. I mean, we saw big examples of that in Dragon Age 2, the lengths that they were willing to go to. I mean, don't get me wrong. The mages can do some bad things too, but it always seems like the Templars are just so busy pursuing these guys. Why speak to us now?
The mages weren't willing to talk to the Inquisition before. Why now?
Because now I've seen what you are. And I've seen the Chantry for what it is.
Fair enough.
Consider this an invitation to Redcliffe. Come, meet with the mages. An alliance could help us both, after all. I hope to see you there. Au revoir, my Lady Herald.
Alright, sounds good to me. We will definitely go to Redcliffe and meet her.
Let us return to Haven.
Definitely want to see more of what she has to say. We actually have a codex entry that just unlocked about Grand Enchanter Fiona, which I'm definitely interested to learn more about, because I don't actually know anything about her. By her accent, I assume she is Orlesian, but let's see. Grand Enchanter Fiona is considered an anomaly among mages. She is, for instance, the only member of the Circle of Magi ever to leave due to recruitment by the Grey Wardens, and then return. Circumstances of that return are largely unknown, but the notoriety she gained within the Circle allowed her to rise rapidly in the ranks. So she's both a mage and a Grey Warden? Cool. She became first Enchanter of the Montsimard Tower, and then elected Grand Enchanter at the College in Cumberland. The latter was based on her advocacy for greater mage freedom, a view she claimed her time with the Wardens supported. Urging for a vote on the matter led to the College of Enchanters' dissolution in 940 Dragon. And then, when a vote was attempted secretly, to Lord Seeker Lambert of the Seekers of Truth for arresting Fiona and her fellow enchanters. Following their flight to the ruin of Androl's Reach, the escaped mages held and passed a final vote on the Circle of Magi's independence. This began the Mage Rebellion. While Fiona no longer holds the official position of Grand Enchanter, most mages still consider her an integral part of the rebellion's leadership. Interesting. Wait a minute. This might be a spoiler. There's so much Dragon Age lore, it's hard for me to keep track of it all. But I remember reading a novel. There are a number of novels set in the Dragon Age universe, and you guys can comment down below and confirm whether I'm correct in saying this. There's a novel that takes place before the events of Dragon Age Inquisition. Dragon Age Origins, even. And in it, there was an elf named Fiona, who was with the Grey Wardens, specifically with the king. They went on an excursion. I think Grand Enchanter Fiona is our lovely King Alistair's mother. I believe. I can't wait to figure out more about that, but I'm almost sure now that I'm thinking about it and remembering the events of that book, I believe that's who she is, a former Grey Warden who had a relationship with the former King of Ferelden, had a son, left him behind, and returned to the Circle in Orlais. Yeah, okay. Well, we're definitely going to chat with her now, because I have a lot of questions. Just stopped here at Pierre Marie's store and picked up some fancy new clothes. Solus has some new armor now too, and you may have noticed that Varric and Cassandra also both have new armor, so We're getting cooler and cooler. Ooh, here's a red handkerchief, which is, I think, what we were supposed to find on that arrow note we got. Favors for friends. A different simple script on the back of a stable report marked with red paint. Thank you, friends, for helping good Lady Karis. Saw those who asked about the Herald enter third passage. Could not stay to see them exit. Okay. That's one thing found.
We maintain an Inquisition presence on Commander Cullen's orders. This has been received as you might expect.
I don't think they knew. I can't believe this.
God, this place is really beautiful. All the stone and the greenery. I can definitely see why people love the city so much. It is certainly living up to its reputation of being very beautiful. Continue looking around for more clues from Red Jenny. Wow, here's the harbor. Oh my goodness, this place is beautiful. I feel like the weather is like perfect too. Ooh, there's something red. What are you? Red handkerchief. A red handkerchief folded around a key with a small hasty scrawl. Key lifted from drunk, swearing about the Herald. Don't know what door. I'm out. My debt is paid.
Let all repeat the chant of light. Only the word dispels the darkness upon it.
Now where is the last red item? We looked over here. Where did the quest say? I need to double check. Or the note, sorry. Search the upper market. The upper market can be reached by way of the quest map. Oh, well, it's a good thing I came in and looked. I would have never figured that out. Okay, quest map. Ah, upper market. Got it. Alright. Speak of the devil, we found it right away as soon as we teleported up here. Red handkerchief. A scrap of parchment is hastily torn from an ornate document stuffed into its hiding space with a large red sock. And we are to obey well. We meet at 3 bells to discuss how best to serve the new way. Scrawled below in a misspelled script. Herald go at time, praise Adrost. Taken together, the messages reveal a time, path, and key to a location on the world map. Perfect. Alright, we're gonna have to head there right away. So here we go. Secluded courtyard. A location near Val Royeaux was revealed by the clues left by these friends of Red Jenny. Hello? Anyone here? Oh good, it's a trap! I should have known. Is that it? Isn't much of a fight. Okay. Any clues as to who these people were or why they want to kill me? Oh, wait, we can go in here.
Herald of Andraste, how much did you expend to discover me? It must have weakened the Inquisition immeasurably.
I don't know who you are.
You don't fool me. I'm too important for this to be an accident. My efforts will survive in victories against you elsewhere.
Just say what?
What is that?
Oh! Down he goes!
Squishy one, but you heard me, right? Just say what? Rich tits always try for more than they deserve. Blah, blah, blah! Obey me, arrow in my face. So, you followed the notes well enough. Glad to see you're well fit. Heard about your kind. Seeing's different.
Huh.
I mean, it's all good, isn't it? The important thing is you glow. You're the herald thingy.
Yes, I am. Why?
Sure, why not? I glow. What's going on?
No idea. I don't know this idiot from Manners. My people just said the Inquisition should look at him.
Your people? Elves?
No. People. Name's Sarah. This is cover. Get round it. For the reinforcements. Don't worry. Someone tipped me their equipment shed. They've got no breaches.
What is happening?
Because no breaches.
They don't have any pants! We're fighting a bunch of guards with no pants. I have no idea who this chick is, or why we're here, or what we have to do with this, but, we just killed a bunch of guys with no pants, so that was kind of fun.
Friends really came through with that tip. No breaches. So, Herald of Andraste. You're a strange one. I'd like to join.
I'd like a real introduction.
How about we get to know each other first? You know, names and such.
One name. No, wait, two. Well, it's like this. I sent you a note to look for hidden stuff by my friends. The Friends of Red Jenny. That's me. Well, I'm one. So is a fence in Montfort, some woman in Kirkwall. There were 3 in Starkhaven, brothers or something. It's just a name, yeah? It lets little people, friends, be part of something while they stick it to nobles they hate. So here, in your face, I'm Sarah. The Friends of Red Jenny are sort of out there. I use them to help you. Plus arrows.
So wait, are you offering spies?
The Inquisition has spies already. Can you add to these professionals?
Here's how it is. You important people are up here, shoving your cods around. Blah, blah, I'll crush you, I'll crush you. Ooh, crush you. Then you've got cloaks and spy kings, like this tit. Or was he one of the little knives, all serious with his little knife? All those secrets, and what gave him up? Some houseboy who don't know shite, but knows a bad person when he sees one. So no, I'm not knifey shiv dark, all hidden. But if you don't listen down here too, you risk your breeches. Like those guards, I stole their... Look, do you need people or not? I want to get everything back to normal. Like you.
I have so many questions. Who exactly are your people?
So who are your Friends of Red Jenny? You must know them.
Oh, it's not hard to understand if you're not trying to waste your day on it. Someone little always hates someone big. And unless you don't eat, sleep, or piss, you're never far from someone little. Doesn't always work out, but a lot of people hated this guy. Someone got a laugh, someone got even, someone got paid. And someone has to have explained to them that free help is good.
I mean, I just don't trust free help, you can see. Why are you asking if I glow?
Back there you wanted to know if I glowed. Why?
That's what you do, innit? You walked out of somewhere and now you glow. Andraste's herald. True or not, it seemed like the easiest way to know it was you.
True or not?
Well, that's what they say and all. Look, don't get ahead, yeah? I want to help this... whatever it is. Inquisition.
Okay, well, sure. I mean, I have 10 million questions, but yeah, I get it. You want to help, join for now.
Alright, Sarah. I can use you and your friends.
Yes! Getting good before you're too big to like. That'll keep your breeches where they should be. Plus extra breeches because I have all these... You have merchants who buy that piss, yeah? Got to be worth something. Anyway, Haven. See you there, Herald. This will be grand.
Wow, what an interesting encounter that was. Sarah has now joined the party. She seems like a very interesting character, and I can't wait to get to know her a little bit. We're definitely going to have a chat when we're back in Haven. Speaking of Haven, we have a ton of quests to turn in back there. Obviously, we need to discuss our next moves now that our visit to Val Royeaux is basically a bust. We need to consider if we're going to go talk to the mages, etc., etc. But all of that will have to wait for another day because we are going to call it a day here for this episode of Dragon Age Inquisition. Hopefully I will see you guys back here again really soon for some more action.